Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, a couple of things. Well, before I get started, I definitely need to say thank you so much to Mary, who bought me a cup of coffee. I appreciate you, honey, for going out your way for me a little bit yesterday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Um, you know, I was thinking last night when I heard the news about what Trump did, and I thought to myself, there it is. That's why it was so heavy on my spirit the night before last. I knew he was going to get involved in this war. I just knew it. You know, the closer you get to your ancestors, the louder they will come through to you. Y'all don't believe me, but you're not going to believe me. You're not going to believe me until you actually let go of that white Jesus and embrace your ancestors. You know, until you let go of religion and embrace spirituality. You want to hear, you want to be spoken to. It's your ancestors that will speak to you. And they were speaking to me, and I knew it. They came across so loud, so it didn't even surprise me even a little bit when Trump made that move that he made. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Except for, once again, I am praying for the people of our community. Because we did not want this. We did not ask for this. And I know that, our friends and kids and family members and spouses didn't sign up for this. And I don't know what else to say other than, my prayers really are with, everyone who didn't vote for this. Also, too, if you haven't heard the news, a lot of Texas farms closed down overnight. For those of you all, especially if you're in Texas, but this is going to eventually, hit us at a wave all across the U.S. These Texas farms that closed down overnight because they lost almost 100% of their workforce because of the ICE raids. Those of you who listened and followed my advice, and planted those victory gardens, and you have fresh fruits and vegetables. My garden is thriving. How about yours? Good for you. Good for you for listening. I know a lot of people who reached out to me one-on-one and was like, look at my garden. Here's my garden. Tagging me in their gardens. Good job. You are ready, set, go, because we knew this was coming. Did we not? Yes, we saw the writing on the wall. We always see the writing on the wall, and I try to tell people what the writing says for the people who can't see it. This is what this platform is about. And people, I don't know, they for whatever reason, they listen but they don't really follow through. There's no follow through. Speaking of listening and no follow through, I want to say something in particular in this video to someone who goes by the handle of Annette2128. You wrote me this really long, ridiculous, stupid paragraph. And basically, in a nutshell, you were doing the one thing, the way that video just went over your head. It went over a couple of y'all's heads, but it went way over your head. The title of the video was Stop with the Excuses, and you just wrote out one long ass excuse about why it is you don't look out and seek black businesses being a black person. And basically, in a nutshell, you said because black businesses, I feel like this conversation needs to go to the black entrepreneurs. They're the ones who's supposed to be reaching out for me and for my business. That may not necessarily be a lie. And, and I get that black people have bad experiences with black businesses. I said that in that video. And to which I also gave you a logical solution to that problem. You don't stop supporting black businesses. You stop supporting that black business. You know who else treats you black people badly? Target. Look at what Target has done to black people. Look at the way they hopped on the bandwagons of our movements, the Black Lives Matter movement, the George Floyd movement, and look at the way they set up these opportunities for black people. And all along, it was an opportunity for them to come across as woke or to follow the current socio-political movement. And they did that to benefit themselves, not black people. because black people was currency in that moment. And they saw a way that they could benefit, and they did. And then the minute that this man got elected, what did Target do? And a lot of black people, some, I bet you're one of them, that didn't stop shopping at Target. A lot of black people stopped shopping at Target because of it. Look at the way Amazon also rolled back their DEI initiatives. Bet you still shop at Amazon. Look at the way white businesses have historically treated black people. From the way they treated us during Jim Crow, making us go through a back door, not allowing us to drink out of their water fountains, not allowing us to socialize and engage in their stores, buy and leave, take our money, treat us horribly, refer to us as racial slurs. And in a way, they still do the same thing. Look at Synergy Auto Care. I just did a whole thing about this auto center that my mutual Tabitha Speaks Politics was talking about. It'll just be a matter of time before black people back there taking their car back, because that's what black people do. You allow the ChickfilA's and the Denny's restaurants and the Targets and the Walmarts and the Amazons to treat you badly. You never talk about how disappointing their service is. And they do it on a much, much, much bigger scale. A much bigger scale, because they're more powerful. But you still go back there and shop. Same thing with these Asians. We see video after video after video after video of these Asians treating black people horribly in their establishments. Fucking horribly. And y'all still go back and y'all still get y'all nails and y'all toes back and pay them for services. But then when those restaurants and those beauty supplies stores and those nail shops treat you badly, you post a video and you want the entirety of the black community to come rally behind you and support you when you have not done the same for the black community. And part of that means keeping your money in black neighborhoods and in black pockets. You just got a long drawn out excuse for why you don't do that. And nobody's here for your excuses. Nobody wants to listen to you make an excuse as to why it is you're not doing what it is you should be doing. And I know that you were triggered because I know that you heard the truth in what I said. And I know that it triggered you to write that long ass paragraph about how black people need to do better by you. Yes, black people need to do better by each other. White people need to do better by each other too. Have you not heard of Dateline? Asians need to do it too. Latinos need to do it too. Arabs need to do it too. Everybody has that in common. There's good and bad in all races. Love thy neighbor. Have you not seen that? White people tripping on their very own neighbors. But guess what they do? They keep their money and their resources in their communities. And that's why their communities are richer than ours. Give me some long, ridiculous, drawn-out excuse as to why it is, one black business does you wrong. Couple black businesses do you wrong. And you just gonna shit on what? All black businesses? Whiteness has trained you to think that way. Whiteness has trained you to think that way. And I guarantee you that the times that you had those experiences, those bad experiences with black businesses that you talk about, because I bet you ain't never wrote a paragraph about that long in your life, in your whole entire black ass life, about how bad a white business did you. And they do us bad all day, every day. One bad experience after another in Walmart. Black people keep posting about, but black people stay their ass up in Walmart. And yeah, I kind of get it. I get it, poverty and all. But the truth is the truth. Chick-fil-A is both homophobic and racist. Y'all stay in a Chick-fil-A line. Stay in a Chick-fil-A line. Have no embarrassment whatsoever getting online with your Chick-fil-A and posting a video while you have Chick-fil-A in your hand. And these people then said out loud and proud all the people that they hate. They've made it clear. Made it very clear. But y'all stay at Chick-fil-A, Cracker Barrel, Denny's. You stay there. What do you think that's about? That's about your internalized racism. The fact that you're going off on one and not the other. If you don't like the way you were serviced or approached at one black business, then go to another. And what I mean also too when I say that sometimes we got to show our people grace, you have to know where you've been and know where you're going. Black people, we were not handed down businesses throughout the generation. White people made their money off of free black labor, and they were the ones who were able to hand down businesses to their children and to their grandchildren. We've not been able to have the pleasure of that. So of course a lot of black people are lacking in business literacy. We have a lot of first-time black businesses. And yeah, a lot of them need to do better. But that's how you teach them to do better. There are plenty of black businesses that know how to treat you and know how to do right by you. Go find one of them. Go look for one of them. It's not on the entrepreneur, not in the way you're trying to put it on the entrepreneur. It's on you, the customer, to make sure that the black customer, making sure that your dollars stay black for as long as possible. That's not on the business. That's on you, honey. It's on you to do the research. And I bet what happened to you with your car wouldn't have happened had you looked for a qualified, certified, licensed mechanic, and had you been able to go to your community and get word of mouth referrals. People who had dealt with this person. You didn't do your due diligence. And that shit is on you. It's not on black businesses. Do your work. Yours is just another in a long list of excuses. One excuse after another that black people make up to stay out of black businesses. Someone will post a video about how they got treated in one of those Asian nail supplies, and y'all will do the same thing, only in reverse. Y'all got every excuse in the world as to why you will go back in that business, despite how they just treated another black person. Well, they ain't never treated me like that. Well, that wasn't my experience with them. Well, they was always good to me. Peel back the layers, sit in the dark in a candle, light you a candle, and meditate over it. White patriarchy, white supremacy has trained you to internalize racism to that degree, to the degree which if you find one bit of fault with your own people, you would deny them their dollars. But white people can mess up over and over and over and over and over again. And you will do the same thing, only in reverse. You will come up with excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse as to why you will continue to give them your black dollars. Knock it off, sister. You full of shit. The rest of y'all have a good day. That's all that I have for today. If you would like to donate to the platform, I thank you so much. I'll leave my Cash App and my Venmo down in the comments. Have a good Sunday.